Imagine waking up to the sound of the ocean, walking out onto your patio with a nice fresh cup of coffee, and this being your backyard. If you've ever dreamed about having an oceanfront condo, then stick around, you're not going to want to miss this video. My name is Megan Schoner. I'm a local real estate agent here on the Treasure Coast, specifically here in Hutchinson Island, and I would love to help you find your treasure of a home or a condo here on the Treasure Coast. So if you have any questions, if you're looking the next 9 days, 90 days, next year or two, please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to help you find your treasure of a home here on the Treasure Coast. So one of the things that I love about living on the Treasure Coast is our beaches here. So as you can see behind me, it's February, Tuesday afternoon, beautiful blue skies. We're in the high 70s, and the beaches are pretty, pretty empty. So you've got a lot of people ask me about the sand and parking. It's never a problem to find any kind of parking around here, and it's just absolutely beautiful beaches on the Atlantic Ocean. If you like to surf or kite surf, we have a lot of that in our area here as well too. In this video, one of the things that I wanted to highlight is with a lot of people that are looking for oceanfront condos or maybe never thought about it before. I tell you, we've got a good breeze here. And we have a lot of really good deals going on with the condos in our area. So I wanted to highlight some of those for you guys as well too. So when you are considering an oceanfront condo, the first thing is going to be location. One of the things that I love about Hutchinson Island is that we are really close, kind of equal proximity down to Miami Beach and then all the way up to Orlando. We're 2 hours between the two. There's a lot of really good deals in our area. I think people are not maybe aware of. I think oceanfront condos might be out of their price range, and they might be surprised at what you can get here on the East Coast, the Atlantic side of Florida. So location is really important. Hutchinson Island is where I'm at. There is North Hutchinson Island, which is kind of the north side of Fort Pierce, up to Vero Beach, and then you have South Island, which is kind of the south side of Fort Pierce on Hutchinson Island, all the way down through Martin County, which is Jensen Beach and Stewart. So if you're curious on what the difference between North Hutchinson Island and South Hutchinson Island are, there is a link below for one of the other videos that I did specifically talking about the difference between North Island and South Island. So one of the things you'll want to consider when you are looking for an oceanfront condo is location. So do you want to be on North Hutchinson Island? Do you want to be on South Hutchinson Island? Do you want to be in Jensen Beach or Stewart? Is it important for you to have a really quiet beach and you just want to come down here and relax and not worry about restaurants and shops and all that kind of stuff, or do you want to kind of be more in the hustle and bustle of it? So we've got both, and I'm happy to kind of walk you through both of them, but that is one of the things that I would definitely consider is the location. So I am currently here in Jensen Beach. These are the condos behind me, and this is a great location because it keeps you, obviously you're on the ocean here, but it keeps you really close. There's a lot of restaurants and shops, and you're just over the bridge. There's a cute downtown area of Jensen Beach. You're close to Stewart, and there's a lot of activity and stuff like that. So it's really nice if you want to be more kind of in the center of everything. And you can see that condos here are a little bit smaller, a little bit lower. It's not as tall as some of the other areas as well too. So something to think about. The second thing when you're looking and considering an oceanfront condo is that you're going to want to think about all of the extra hidden costs. And those are going to be in addition to the price of the condo. You're going to have your HOA fees. You'll want to look for any kind of special assessments, and then also consider your hurricane insurance if you need any flood insurance. And then you're going to want to find out the big thing here in our area in South Florida is because of the wake of the tragedy at the Surfside condo. All of these condos are now having to go under a 25-30 year inspection because of Surfside condo. All of there's new rules for all of the condos here, so they're all having to be recertified and go through this big process. So one of the things you're going to want to ask your real estate agent, and me, hopefully it's me, is you're going to want to know all of the rules and regulations of these condos. You're going to want to see the budgets so that you know where they are in terms of all their assessments, anything coming up, what kind of reserves they have. That's really important. So you're also going to want to know where they are in terms of their milestone inspection. So that's going to be all of the structural things. So it's a little bit hard right now, but what happened is the condos really probably didn't have as much oversight as necessary, and so what was happening with the tragedy in the Surfside condo down in Miami is the structure was not as sound as it needed to be. So now all of the condo buildings are required to have this milestone inspection report, supposed to be done by 2025. So most of them have it done. But what happened is it made a lot of the condos didn't have enough money in the reserves to cover everything. They had to do a lot of the structural changes. So you'll have seen things like new balconies that needed to be redone, and just some of the outside structures of the building. So it did cause a lot of the condo association fees to jump up pretty dramatically, which is why you see so much of why we have such strong inventory on the condos right now. So the good thing is, for anyone buying now, most of these buildings are all now up to speed. But it's something that you're going to want to talk to your real estate agent and make sure that you know what you're getting into, and that the condo building that you're buying into has already done all of these things, so you're not surprised with any extra fees that are coming up later. Another thing to consider when you're looking at an oceanfront condo, it's beautiful out here and it is wonderful, but you're also going to want to look at how are you going to use the condo. Is it going to be something that you just have as an investment for your family? You guys come and use it a couple times a year. It's something that that maybe your extended family uses it. Some weeks you use it for others, or maybe your grandparents and you want your grandkids to come and visit you. Maybe you're using it just in the winter months. So really think about how you're going to use the condo, and then also it may be a good thing to think about how is it something that you want to rent out. What we have down here is a lot of our snowbirds come down and they will rent a condo out for the season. So season for us is usually Christmas to Easter. So most of the condos need to be rented out for 3 months at a time, 3-month minimum. But people are getting really, it's another way you're not going to use the condo year round. It's a great way to rent it out while you're not using it. So something else to consider with that. If you are looking at using it as more of we don't have a lot of like Airbnb type condos that you can rent out, but there are some that you can rent out monthly. So if you are looking at using it as more of an investment, that's another thing to talk to your real estate agent and just be upfront of how you want to use the condo, because there's going to be some buildings that you can use your condo and rent out every month. There's others that have like a 3-month or 2-month minimum, so you're going to want to know that as well too. Something else to consider is what floor do you want to be on? So there's some people that love to be on the first or second floor. There's other people that want to have the penthouse. Some people like to be right in the middle. Typically, obviously the first floor condos, when you're right beach level, you don't have the same view. But usually, as you go up per floor, it can be somewhere between $3,000 to $10,000 in value the higher floor you're on. Some people don't like to be on the top floor because it kind of makes them dizzy and it's not the view that they like. Most people tend to like kind of the middle of the building, but really it's going to come down to you and what's important to you. Every building is going to have a different type of balcony. So if a balcony is really important to you, some have nice wraparound balconies, some of them just have a little bit of a smaller balcony. So just some things to think about. The other thing I love about our beaches is that we have a lot of the sea turtles that come and nest. So you will see them kind of in the late spring. The sea turtles will nest on the beaches, and then they'll do their hatchlings. The hatchlings will release and find their little way out to the ocean at the end of the summer. So just a really cool thing that we have in our area here. Another thing to consider too, is having a garage important to you? So some of the condo buildings will have a garage, some of them will have covered parking, some will just have open parking. So is having a garage important to you? The reason that I ask that is obviously you're on the ocean. So you have the salt water, and it can do some damage to your car. So some people like having an actual garage available. And they also want some extra storage space in addition to what the condo gives you. The other thing to consider too is what amenities are important to you. Do you want to have tennis and pickleball? Is it important to you to have a golf course across the street from the condo you can go golfing at? Are you just what's the lobby of the building like? Do they have a gym? Do they have a sauna? What is the pool like? There's also some condos too that are across the street from the beach, but they are on the intercoastal side and they have boat slips. So is that important to you? So the nice thing about Hutchinson Island, where we live, is just you really have a gamut of everything. So whatever you're looking for, we have here. So just something to think about. Okay, so you guys know that I love stats and figuring out all the numbers behind everything. So I wanted to go over some of the stats for the Hutchinson Island condos. So currently there are 591 oceanfront condos for sale on Hutchinson Island. The median list price of that is $500,000, and they've been on the market 102 days. So a lot of inventory, and they've been sitting for a while. So with that, in the last 3 months, what we call like the absorption rate, like how many are selling per month, is about 25 to 26 homes per month are selling. So based on that, we're at a 23-month supply. So basically 2 years of inventory. So if everything was on the market, all the 591 condos that are on the market, if they all sell at this current pace, it's going to take almost 2 years for all of them to sell. So definitely, we say anything over 4 months is a buyer's market. So now at 23 months, you can see that we're definitely at a buyer's market. The median list price is $500,000, and then the average sales price is actually $500,000. That translates to $337 cost per square foot, and they had a total of $42,000 in price reductions on the condos that sold. If I break it down, so that's 1 bedroom all the way up to 3 or 4 bedroom condos. So I wanted to look specifically at 2 bedroom, 2 bath, which is the majority of all the condos that are on the market right now. Out of those 591, 417 of them are 2 bedrooms, 2 bath. So of those, the ones that are listed, the 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, they're listed for $486,444. The ones that sold, the 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, the average sales price on it is $401,500. So $401,500. And that was the ones that sold. Those took an average price reduction of $34,000, and they were on the market 67 days, and the average square foot price was $337. Definitely a lot of options, things that have sold there. In terms of the prices on stuff too, for the 2 bedroom, the lowest price condo is listed at $315,000. Most of them again are averaging, the average sales price for a 2 bedroom, 2 bath, asking price is $486,000. So a lot of them are kind of hovering around that $450 price point. The 1 bedroom condos are a little bit cheaper. The active sales price on that is $395,000, and they range from $220,000 up to like $575,000. So if you're looking for something a little bit cheaper, they're definitely the 1 bedroom options. And then specifically, if you are looking to even just be across the street from the beach, you can get even better price reductions. I saw some crazy stuff under $150,000, kind of around that $125,000, 1 bedroom condos for across the street from the beach for like $125,000. So in one of the communities. So definitely a lot of options, all price points. And if you have any other questions, let me know. If you're still with me and you are still thinking about purchasing a condo here on Hutchinson Island, I would love to help you. This is a gorgeous area. I think it's I hate to say it, but I think it's a hidden gem. I don't think a lot of people realize the value and what you can get for your money here on Hutchinson Island. So if you're looking at a 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, there's even some 3 and 4 bedroom condos, but most of them are 2 bedrooms, 2 bath. A lot of times they'll come furnished because people have used them seasonally, and it's more of a hassle to move the furniture out. And people buying it are buying it as a second home too. So a lot of times they'll come fully furnished. Just with the condo itself. So if you are thinking about making a move here, I would love to help you answer any questions that you have. My cell phone and email is linked below.